Every child has a strength regardless of their ability or disability, and how do you put that front and center of the biggest sporting event in the world this year?
All Roads Lead to Alexander is a 3-year collaborative project between Cantu Ensemble and Caudwell Children, a disability charity, and it's funded by the Spirit of 2012.
We have got a global mission which is about see the child, not the disability. So I think Caudwell Children's role is to champion the voice of the disabled child.
Cantu Ensemble specialise in performing music from history from around the world. So this project was a great opportunity for us to explore Commonwealth songs and work with disabled children, looking at how we can make that music accessible for them.
We think there's an opportunity for them to express themselves through cultural animation, so that relationship with Ruth Hopkins and Cantu Ensemble, it's perfect basically. It's a marriage made in heaven for us.
The main aims of the project were to create a showcase performance for the Commonwealth Games Festival where able-bodied and disabled children were able to celebrate the diversity of our city through music, dance and artwork from across the Commonwealth.
I think it was absolutely fantastic in terms of seeing the two schools come together, the kids celebrating what we've got in Birmingham, which is really, really special, the Commonwealth Games.
So I've never met, let's say, somebody that was disabled. I felt really excited but nervous at the same time.
I felt happy, Dad, and excited.
When they performed, for the whole time, I didn't think they had a disability. I really liked that, how they just connected with us.
So I am absolutely chuffed with not only Jay but his friends and everybody that's taken part and the staff and everything. Absolutely amazing to see.
One of the key things we wanted to make sure was that the communities aren't left behind. Communities that exist between these ring roads and the networks that go into Birmingham, the South Asian community, the Caribbean community, the African community, and then the home nations.
The child is learning new skills. The parent is within that session supporting the child, learning the child's skills. So it's breaking down those barriers, and that's what we want.
It will help our organisation to be able to understand more about disability.
But it's also about us informing the families that we work with and actually introducing them to Caudwell and their services, and also the access to those services.
In our community, sometimes disability is looked at as frowned upon and sometimes it's hidden.
Where you've got families who have come from a different country of origin, they've still got stigmas and perceptions that they have had instilled in them.
Spirituality, a lot of people believe that, spiritually the child had been cursed in the past.
I think it's important to talk to them about it and get an understanding as to why they feel like that, and then it's all about education. With this partnership, being able to reach into the community, try and actually break down some of those stigmas and perceptions.
The aim of our workshops was to explore the children's musicality, to find non-verbal ways of communicating with children who might not be able to access mainstream music sessions.
We had a pupil who's non-verbal but was singing complete musical phrases this morning during the workshop and was singing beautifully in key.
The children are so engaged and you can just see sheer joy in their eyes when they're performing and learning a new skill and getting to show what they can do in front of their peers.
Promotes his independence, it gives him a sense of belonging, he's got friends as well as family to integrate with.
Communication I think through music is quite interesting. More about playing around with music and, giving someone a platform to express themselves.
Often children who don't achieve as well academically can have an opportunity to really shine in a more creative environment.
It gives pupils the ability to respond in ways that don't require them to have any previous understanding, any prior knowledge, because it can be intuitive.
The legacy of this project is really focused on having created new community groups that work together.
We've never had a chance to do so many arts, dance, music type of workshops.
We've created a new music and arts session at South Asian Family Support, which is now continuing to run after the programme has finished.
So it is really an eye-opener and getting the able-bodied people closer to people with challenges.
It's really about the promise that we made to each other, a collaboration around shared goals for disabled children and able-bodied children to hear their voice.
The young people will be able to be showcased in a once-in-a-lifetime event. And after that, we are working with Caudwell as we speak to create that positive, life-changing legacy.
This project has been a really great opportunity to showcase people's skills and for people to mix together from different communities and become really comfortable working together.
And bringing us all a little closer to understand each other's culture. And, you know, we have a saying, to know me is to love me. And sometimes we feel intimidated by others because they're different from us. So this has brought us closer and helped us to understand and love each other much more.
I'm proud of you, Dad.
Oh, I'm proud of you too, sir. Kiss.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kurly is a fantastic performance poet based in Birmingham, and he specialises in working with children to co-create poems. We picked two schools, King Solomon and Lascelles Primary, for Kurly to work in because they have diverse communities. It's a celebration of Birmingham and what it means to our children.
Brumtown, yeah, that's my city. Brumtown, that's where you'll see me. Brumtown, yeah, that's my city. Brumtown.
Let's fly around a few spaces and places together in Birmingham where diversity embraces all things seen or heard very local, yet your senses are in the centre of something grand and global.
As Highgate opens with more opportunities, different languages are heard in Erdington's communities throughout the region. Unity swells from Smithick, Aston, Balsall Heath and Lascelles.
The sights and succulent smells of artistic food.
Colourful aromas improve the mood.
To move and make masks with singing tasks from Cameroon singing. Do, ki, do, as we make our special spoons.
Perfect plantains and necklaces are unique. We drum with rhythms and tap with our feet. Shaking shakers and tambourines. Movement and music, singing melodies.
Inclusively including different sounds is essential. Combining communities is also instrumental. Reflecting religions, stories and traditions, voices, accents, visions and ambitions.
Every day is like answering a calling, so start with a song, so it is a good morning.
In this dawn of rich cultures, languages and tones, raising to represent the world, Birmingham is home. Its own co-created recipe of abilities and heritage blending beautifully.
Coming with Alexander, no matter where you're from.
That's with Super Stadium based in Birmingham, where athletes compete for world records and medals. Who will be triumphant when the dust settles?
They say all roads lead to Alexander from Canada, Pakistan and Uganda. Samoa, Malta and Singapore. These are just a handful out of 54.
Commonwealth countries coming together, the true goal is in the unity that we share forever. Remember history, look back and see the Commonwealth contributions to this country.
We're at the centre of all of this energy, a lasting legacy for you and me.
If we compared the Midlands to the tallest tree, we'll see it's firmly rooted to a global family.
Brumtown, yeah, that's my city. Brumtown, that's where you'll see me. Brumtown, yeah, that's my city. Brumtown, that's where you'll see me. Brumtown,